Hey guys, girls, fans, friends, newcomers, old ones, whatever you want to call yourselves. Suarez here.
Old comers.
Old comers. I'm here to answer a few of your questions. I posted a picture saying that you could ask me anything. That means it could be sexual too, but let's make it thought provoking. Let's make it intellectual stuff that you guys really want to know about me, or just advice that you would like for me to answer.
Guido Rosa. Well, let's see what I am gonna ask. I know nothing to do with sex. Are you ready to read Prince Lestat coming out October 28th? And if Y were to pick an actor to play Lestat, who would it be?
I'm pretty sure that Y was a U. So when you send in your questions, please just try to write it out as clear as possible, because we do read it and it doesn't translate well. So he's gonna read it as it's written. And if you're illiterate, that's not my fault. Just gonna put that out there. So okay, who would I pick? I'm ready to read it. Yes, I am. If it were to become a movie, who would I pick? That's a good one. Because, let's see, Ryan Gosling? Yeah, I think he could play that. I think he could play the vampire. I really think they could have put him for the 50 Shades of Grey movie, but whatever. That book is a failure to begin with anyway, so I don't expect the movie to be any better. So I would think Ryan Reynolds would be a good Prince Lestat.
Mauricio Ramos. Favorite current TV show? Question mark.
Okay, favorite current TV show. I would have to be Archer, because American Horror Story already is done with until October, so definitely Archer.
Dave Nelson. What do you like to do to wind down and relax after a long day?
Sleep. No, let's see. I don't think there's really a time that I wind down. I think I'm always like just on the net doing what I have to do, whether it be 12, whether it be 1. Even when I'm winding down, even when I'm relaxing, I'm always doing something on the internet. But I would say go ride my bike. That's what I do. To me, that would be how I, kind of just zone out and think about things and what's to come. And even then, like I said, I'm always thinking of what I can do next. Drink some vodka, I guess. I don't know. That's what I do to wind down. Oh, no, never mind. You know what? I'm lying. Slot machines. Newest addiction on my phone. That's what it is. Next question.
Michael J. Dorsey. Has anyone else donated to your GoFundMe?
Yeah, actually, Byron donated. Michael's been my biggest supporter, though. Michael Dorsey has been my biggest supporter. He's the one that's donated the most. And Alessandro has as well. And I'm hoping that, some more people jump on that bandwagon.
Quentin Demore. What is the future of your brand, you think, and how do you see yourself over 5 years?
The future of my brand, I'm looking, and this has been the case for the past 2 years now. I'm looking to expand it, merchandise-wise, film-wise, media-wise. Any type of expansion, I'm going to do that. I want the brand. I want people to not just associate my name with the brand, but to associate so many other things with my name. I don't want people to just say, "Oh, the Suarez is a model." I want them to say, "Oh, she's this, she's that, she's an actress, she sells, she's an artist manager, she's a model agent, she's everything and more." So in the next 5 years, I'm hoping that I will be basically running an empire. That's what I'm, the Suarez worldwide. That's what I want at this point.
John Taylor. Where are you from and your nationality? Your slow down twerk dance is amazing. Are you going to do more with that?
Yes, I'm going to do, well, with what though? First of all, but yes, I am going to do more twerk videos. There's actually something else in the works in regards to twerking. So just, stay tuned for that. I'm Cuban and I was raised in Miami. But I think I've answered that before, but I'll go ahead and answer it again for everybody else. And as far as me inspiring you and to be better, I'm happy that's the way you feel. Thank you, John. Next question.
James Jakowski. What made you want to do what you do?
What made me do what I wanted to do? It's funny. I've always taken pictures. Always. Since the beginning of the selfie, era. Even before that, I had always taken pictures. I love it. I've always liked being in front of the camera. I just didn't know how much I liked being in front of the camera. And I never thought that I could be a professional model because the thing was that you had to be 5'7", 5'9", 5'10" to be a model. So to me, it was impossible. I'm too short. I mean, people think I'm 5'7", you know, that's because of the pictures and the heels and all that stuff. But I'm actually very short. I'm actually 5'3". But to be honest with you, I did one shoot with this photographer, Alan Pedroso, and he suggested that why don't I do modeling, you know, professional modeling. He gave me the idea of opening the Model Mayhem, and Alfonso, Mr. Takeover, actually was one of the people that just pushed me to it. So he's been my biggest supporter. But as far as, you know, me choosing to do it, I think I always wanted to be like a model. That's one thing I think every little girl in a way dreams about, but, you know, never thought I could. So I'm glad that has actually opened the doors for a lot of model, you know, a lot of women that are body types and height and, you know, tattoos and whatever. So I'm happy that field opened up, you know, and opened the doors for so many women.
Jeremy Willis, you ever made love to a black guy before? Triple question mark.
No, I've never made love to a black man because I only make love if I'm in love, and I've never been in love with a black man. So that's your question. That's your answer. Sorry.
Scott Donaldson. Okay, weirdest question you've been asked so far.
I have this account on ask.fm, and it lets people answer, you know, ask you questions anonymously. And I think the weirdest set of questions I had was this guy just going on and on and on about my poop. Like what type of poop and color and texture and whatever, this and that. So definitely the poop questions have been the weirdest.
Anonymous. Bald or hairy?
Bald. No hair whatsoever. Next question.
Andre Chandler. How would you suggest someone go about getting their material out? Would you suggest an agent or just take a shot at releasing it on the internet, such as YouTube, FB, etc.? Me and a friend are writing a comedy in our spare time, and we were just wondering, and you have done so much, you're literally the only professional I know.
Believe it or not, YouTube is a great outlet for videos. A lot of people have put up the most randomest videos, and they've gotten hundreds of thousands and even millions of views in less than a week. And it just depends on finding that niche that people are interested in. If it's a comedy, I'm pretty sure you'll get a good response. Facebook, Twitter, even Instagram at this point is a great outlet. Agents, you can probably get an agent, but guess what? They're going to charge you for it, and you're not if you're starting out, that's not the best route because you won't see any money. Really, you won't. So you don't want to spend money without making money at first. So I say go ahead and put it on YouTube and not even Vimeo. You can use Vimeo. They're less restrictive if you use like third-party content and stuff like that. And actually, if you do put a video and you have a song from an artist, a famous artist or whatever, Facebook would automatically take it down because now they're on that third-party content as well.
Thomas Gibbs. What inspired you to be the driven businesswoman you are today?
Success. That's all I can say. That's what drives me. Just want to be successful, want to live comfortably. I don't even want to be a millionaire at this point. I just want to live comfortably. Be able to like help my grandmother, let's say, help those people that have actually helped me, get to where I am at the moment. That's basically what it is. It's success. I want to make it. I just want to make it. I know I can, and I know the opportunity is there. So why not work for it?
Alessandro Abate. What's the most annoying thing about your fans?
There's really not an annoying thing about my fans, but I will say this. One thing that it kind of like gets a little bit daunting is when I post continuous, statuses about what I do or what I'm going to do or certain things that are going to happen. And I post this a lot and in very detailed words and explanations. And I get asked the question, let's say the same day or the day after. I write these posts for a reason so you guys can be informed of what happens. So if I have to say, I would have to say that that's what kind of annoys me a little bit is when I get asked questions to things that I've already posted over and over and over again and with details. So that's basic. That could be the most annoying thing. But that's about them being specifically annoying. No, that I love them all. So I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah, next question.
Alessandro Abate. Is it difficult to deal with all the attention you get?
Nope, not at all. not one bit. I love it. So it's actually you kind of become jaded in a way. You do. It doesn't phase you anymore at a certain point.
Bitch.
Next question.
Alessandro Abate. What do you love the most about your work, and what do you hate?
Can't say I hate anything about it. I'm doing something I love, so it's impossible to hate something when you do you do what you love. I think it's more of just the waiting around and unprofessionalism of other people. That's, I think, one of the one of the things I hate the most is the unprofessionalism of other people. I consider myself to be very professional, and those that I've worked with can confirm this. And I think that's one of the things that irks me the most is just unprofessionalism in general. So as far as what was the question? What do I love? Okay, what do I love? When I inspire people, when women, believe it or not, reach out to me and they say that I've inspired them to do better, or to work out, or that they can see that they can make it even though they're not the best, the skinniest, or they're thick, they're on the thicker side. So to me, when I get messages from couples that appreciate and are fans of mine, and they say that I inspired them or I made their sex life better for whatever reason, that's what I love. That's what I love. I love when I reach out to people and it makes a difference. So yeah, that's basically that. Those are those two. If I had to say hate, I would say unprofessionalism. That's it.
Alessandro, is it true that you're the Cuban Betty Page?
No. There will only be, and there always will be, one Betty Page. Now, if I can emulate her in any way, I'm going to try to do it to the best of my ability. But she will always be Betty Page. But I am honored that I'm considered, by a lot of people to be the Cuban Betty Page or the Cuban pinup. To me, that's awesome. Every time I hear that, I giggle like a little girl. But no, there will only be one Betty Page.
Alessandro Abazaba, if you could change only one thing about your life, what would it be and why?
I guess to not be so over analytical. I overanalyze and I overthink things way too much, and I sometimes create these scenarios that are not even there, and I think that kind of has prevented a lot for me. So I think that would be the only thing that I would change, is not to be so over analytical. At the same time, it's a good thing, but it has its downfalls. So that would be the one thing I would change in my life.
Byron Horde, since I just recently watched all 3 films, my question to you is, what is your personal theory on the story of The Matrix? Along with that, how do you feel about the rumored news of the possibility of the brothers making another trilogy that continue the story of The Matrix?
Okay, I'm going to answer the last question first. No. Why? For what? No. No more Matrixes. That's it. I'm gonna say fuck it up. Yeah, fuck it. It's in the internet. They fucked it up with the last one. I think the last one wasn't even needed at all. The first 2 were amazing. As far as what I think about the theory, I believe it to be true. I believe that we are stuck in the Matrix. I mean, look at the way people are dominated by media and what the media does and what the media says, and to me, we're all like, we need to disconnect. We do. We need to disconnect from that and start thinking for ourselves, and not let what other people do or say influence our views or our thinking. So to me, it's, live your life, but don't focus in on the bullshit that's out there. Focus in on yourself. Zone in. So that's what I think. So now we're going to get into a segment that is called shout outs. So this is, I'm going to shout out Mark Seegers. He told me that he'd be a fan for life. So there's your shout out. I expect you to follow me in every single social media network that I will ever be on. Felix Naskell of Beatable Photography wants me to shout out his baby girl Tara. Verse Music, Chico V, Deja, La Dama, the DNA family, and the Dope Boy 305. To everybody that follows me on Twitter, it's at the Suarez with 3 Z's. Don't ask why. Twitter's at the Suarez with 3 Z's. I am the Suarez on Facebook. Vimeo the Suarez. GoFundMe.com is the Suarez. The Big Cartel, it's the Suarez.bigcartel.com as well. This would all be written at the bottom of the video anyway, so you guys, can go ahead and jot them down. thank you to all my supporters. You guys are always there for me when when I post my stuff and everything. So thank you, and expect these videos on a weekly basis. So send in all your questions. Bye.